We live. We live. We live. What up, people? Stop the video. Today's conversation, guys. Kshine is back. Yep. Kshine is back, guys. If you guys are not following the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so we can grow this channel. On the road to 2,000 subscribers. Nothing changed, man. Yeah, today's conversation is Kshine, man. Kshine did a Sincere Cypher freestyle. If you guys are not familiar with the Sincere Cypher freestyles, he Mr. Sincere, he does these freestyles normally. Like whenever the coach is a little dry, he may pop up with a freestyle. Um, yeah, man. Kshine recently did a freestyle and then he did an interview on Hip Hop Is Real. And shout out to Hip Hop Is Real, man, because he definitely out there putting in the groundwork. And during that interview, Kshine has some stuff to talk about. And that's just one of the topics I want to talk about today. I'm going to go on and talk about some other stuff that's been going around in the culture, just so, you know, we can get on the same page and everybody I could get everybody up to speed. So first, I want to talk about what Kshine had to say during the Knowledge of God interview, straight off the freestyle. He pretty much explained his whole situation with the Power Network and everything that they had initially supposed to go down. They had a couple of events that was canceled due to whatever the reasons was, and nobody knew. Everybody was all up in a frenzy trying to figure out what was going on. Who that hit me in the chat, my boy? Oh shoot, got one person in here. Who's that? Hit me in the chat, man. Whoever you are. Anyway, yeah, so Kshine went on the interview and he was explaining everything that went down during that Power Network and that event that was supposed to go down that everybody was, you know, ripping and raving about. And basically he explained, oh yo, what up, Ralph? Was good. What's good? My boy Ralph is in the building. What up, man? Hit that like. Yeah. So he was explaining that the deal wasn't lucrative for him, and during that time, he didn't want to give those nasty deals out that you know he experienced with Smack, and so from my perspective, I think that you know he probably read the contract, and in the contract, you know, it probably had them guys locked in those deals for a certain amount of time, and he just kind of you know fleed that whole deal, and yeah, so that's what I think he was referring to because he was saying that the deal is not lucrative and he's not collabing with URL TV. So if you guys are wishing that he do a collab with URL TV, he just shut that down unless he's lying. You know what I mean? My man Ralph said good vibes. You already know, Ralph. New Edition. That's your name, New Edition? Yo, oh shit. So yeah, so for those who you think that he's collabing with URL TV is not happening. So y'all can get that out your head. But anyway, let's move forward. So Kshine did the freestyle, and after he did the freestyle, you know, he said that he was itching to come back. So he's insinuating that he has another deal on the table, but we don't know the information. We don't have the idea. I mean, we don't have all the information up front. So he's just basically telling everybody to look out. And this freestyle that he did on Sincere was just a warm up or a brief, like, you know, just like a brief little viewing or showcase that he can show you before he step on stage. Nobody knows when he's coming back or what battle league he's gonna be rapping on, but he definitely saying look out and he looks excited. So moving on. I want to talk about Nitty. Nitty said he had some choice words for Loaded Lux and Daylyt. And he just battled Elijah Strait. And this is a new up and coming battler. And this guy, everybody's been talking about, is tough, right? So during that battle, he mentioned a couple of things. He mentioned, I get what he was trying to say. Before I elaborate on some of the stuff he was saying, I understand. He said that sometimes, right, when you battle in those no names, is always like a diamond in the rough. You always have those one-offs that they just nice. They just have everything that it takes to be a superstar. And I think that's what he was alluding to. But I think he got kind of carried away with saying that some of Elijah Strait rounds was better than Loaded Lux and Daylyt rounds. I think that's a little reach, but you can hear some type of like a little bit of hate of not hate, but just more or less of a little bit of envious. You can hear that as a little envious there, and the way he's speaking that up and coming rapper raps better than Loaded Lux or Daylyt, who's well seasoned. It just goes to show you that how he's trying to downplay like the God tiers. Um, Being that they sit out so long and then they come back with some mediocre raps. But Loaded Lux and Daylyt, I don't think he used the right two. He could have used someone else. But that's just his opinion. I think he went a little overboard with that. So that's that. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk about the Chilla Jones before I get out of here. So Chilla Jones responded in another Hip Hop is Real interview. And shout out to Knowledge, the guy. If you guys are not familiar with Hip Hop is Real, please go like, comment, subscribe to his channel because he got all of the information that you need. And he's always out there, getting those exclusive interviews. So he got one with Chilla Jones. And if you guys don't know Chilla Jones is one of the owners of the TBL Battle League. And that's been one of the battle leagues that have been given. They just put out a power card and they just known now for making these big cards with these big celebrities on them. I mean celebrities with these big superstar battle rappers on them. He has some choice words for smack. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know until whoever just walked in, man, hit the like, comment, subscribe button, man. Share the channel, man. Whoever's that. I got 4 people in the chat. Hit me in the comments. But anyway, yeah. So Chilla Jones, he went on in Hip Hop is Real and he started up talking about Smack. And he had all respect for Smack, but Smack is, we all know who Smack is, right? The URL battle rap godfather. He kind of fell back from battlers and booking like all of the name battlers because they've been wanting too much money. So what he did was he created a URL app, right? Where he have a lot of underground rappers that's up and coming, but he's trying to like lock them into deals or, give him that app deal so that way he can generate his own. He's trying to corner the market basically, and he don't want to pay the top tiers all this money because he feel like, the return on investment is not lucrative for him, right? So with that being said, he stopped booking like top tiers. So Chilla Jones was one of the ones who wanted to save the top tiers and be able to book them and at the same time, get a return on investment in other ways. So he went on and explained the fact that he didn't really like the way Smack approached it and how he kind of did, like, he left like all of the top battle rappers, for dead and moving on. And he felt that he could have figured out other ways to get his money back as far as like selling merchandise, advertising more, doing other things to get that money back opposed from just them saying you don't bring enough viewership and support, financial support to the culture to get the money back. There's other ways that you can get it back, and he wanted to prove to Smack that he can do that. And Knowledge guy asked him, what's he getting his money back? And he said, to be honest, he's getting all his money back. So he's proven that, I mean, from Chilla Jones' perspective, he's proven it. So yeah, man. So that's that, man. Yo, listen, I got some Puff Daddy stuff I want to talk about, but I'm gonna do that in another video. I mean, in this video right here, I'm gonna log right back on. We're gonna talk about this Diddy situation. But stay tuned. I'm about to just close this out because I want to get that battle rap topic off my chest. So stay tuned, Ralph. Yo, hit me. I'm about to do Puff Daddy in a little while, yo. We out. Convos in the cave, man. We out of here. Peace.